Everyone hear me? Mic check. All good. Sound level is fine. So, just a disclaimer: if you hear a baby screaming, that means I have a baby. Yeah. Give me a second to set this all up. All right, should be fine. How's everyone doing? I actually have notes this time around, which is something new to me. Yeah, Nick. I tend to talk loud as well. So I talk loud, plus my microphone is like a few inches from my face. So I guess volume warning. All right, let's start this shit up. Shaikun, by the way, are you recording this? Nice. Sex. That's our team phrase. No, not sex. It's with a G. We're saying sex, okay? We're not like offensive or anything. I mean, this started with Grandy. It's basically whenever someone logs in, they just say sex. It's really stupid, but kind of a tradition in a way, I guess. Anyway, let's start this up. I was gonna start by talking about the penguins. I'm pretty sure I never shared any details around them, right? Like how they're gonna work and stuff, right? No. Nice, because I don't like I forget stuff all of the time. Like if I said something about them in like Noble Chat or whatever, I would have no clue. So the way the penguins are going to work is they will have one universal task, meaning you click on the in the frost zone area, which isn't named yet, and the penguins will work very differently from the other creatures. You won't actually select a task for them. They just have one task, and it's passive gathering. It takes 3 days. Are we going to stake the penguins? I mean, you don't really stake them because it's not an on-chain transaction. But it's basically only one task, and it takes 3 days. They can get absolutely any resource from the game. So meaning they can get the advanced resources, they can get resin, they can get berries, they can get pebbles, they can get fish, they can get any resource, but it is completely random. So you don't decide which resource are you gathering with them. It's completely random. Now, to be fair, it's not completely random. There's an 80% chance that you get a basic resource, and the 20% chance you get an advanced resource. And the task is 3 days until it finishes. The base yield is 0.3 resource per hour. Advanced resources are basically resin, berries, clay, salt. All of those four. Now, mind you, they can get the advanced resources, right? But they still get the yield of 0.3. So if you hit the 20%, you get way more of the advanced resource than other creatures would ever get by gathering. It's not even close, actually. How about the exhaustion timers? After the 3 days, your penguin is 100% exhausted. So he's done. Now, there's a trick to all of this. Huge twist. Whenever you send them out, you can go to the ongoing tasks section, right? And you can choose to rush these creatures. You can rush the penguins. If you give a penguin 40 fish, he will immediately finish his task. Like, right away, immediately, right off the bat. And he won't get exhausted. Only send one at a time. No, you can send as many as you want. As many as you have. The cap is 50 for penguins. They have a different cap than other creatures. So the way how rushing works is, as I've said, you can spend 40 fish, and you pick a penguin, and that penguin immediately finishes his task, and he's not exhausted. So you can start right over again. Then I get only one penguin and use it with 40 fish as much as possible. I mean, sure, if you have enough fish. It also, so this highly depends on the spammable as long as there's 50 fish, yes. But you have to, so there's a lot of math involved here. Is it worth it to actually rush it? There's a gamble because you don't know which resource are you going to get. Because if you look at it from a base deal, so I'm not involving rarities here, right? So if you rush a basic common penguin, right? Then you'll get like 21.6 of a resource. And I mean, if you spend 40 fish, then you're kind of losing out. Unless you literally want to, in a way, trade fish for another resource. Then it does make sense. Mind you, obviously, if you have like a legendary penguin, rushing makes a lot more sense. It's still a risk. You still might you can rush a penguin. You can pay 40 fish and you can get like 30 fish. You can actually net lose fish. It's possible. Oh yeah, if you want to gamble for advanced resources, this is like the best way to actually get advanced resources. What about Mythic? So, specifically because Mythics exist, we will have some sort of a rudimentary cap. Like how many of these rushes you can do within a day. Because I mean, if you have a Mythic and there's no cap, it's just an infinite money glitch. So we did think about this. We will be stuck at 10 penguins like the other resources. No. The penguins will have a cap of 50 workers. The reason we allow this is because, as I've said before, you don't pick what you gather. You have no choice in picking what you gather at all. So if there's a race to craft an NFT or you need a specific amount of resources, penguins are not the best for this. While they're really strong, they don't have a cap. If you want to target a specific farm, you can't do that. So, and it's 3 days, is it? Yes. Passive gathering is 3 days, but you can rush it right away with 40 fish. So this whole update actually involves a lot of fish burning, because Max's Pampering, the dog event, is going to burn fish. You can burn fish for the penguins. You can burn fish by minting NFTs, and this is adding alongside exhaustion and stuff like that. Better cap them all. What do you mean? So we don't choose different windows that penguins can be out. We can no. There's only one mode and it's passive gathering and it takes 3 days if unrushed. And again, you don't pick what you gather. But again, if you hit 20% and you get 30 berries, that's a huge net positive. Because with a basic creature an otter or whatever, you wouldn't gather even remotely close. Is it just me? I never fed my creatures. Some people don't. I mean, some people don't. You're kind of heartless, and you're losing out on a lot of efficiency if you don't. This also won't last a lot more time because we're planning to add mandatory feeding, so that's going to be a thing. And I mean, also with the penguins, if you do the 3-day thing and you don't boost, you don't rush them, they get exhausted, right? Well, penguins have a limit supply. Yeah, it's 2,500, 2.5k. Don't you think it's better to release it already with a cap so there's less? What do you mean with what What do you mean by this question? There is a cap, it's 50. Give them orders. This is like a big info dump on penguins, actually. Like I'm basically telling all. So how do you guys feel about them? Did they sound OP? Or like balanced? Or how do you feel about them? Like, why are you sharing an image of Bowden? I mean, it is RNG. It 100% is RNG. But it's also like if you're gathering and you have like small caps, I feel like it's worth it for everyone to own at least a few penguins because the caps are different, right? Cap when rushing for resources, limit of how much creatures you can farm during the day or a week this week. We will have caps for this. I mean, an amount that you can rush. There will be the caps live. We just haven't decided on a specific number. Can you explain more about the animal cap in general? So it's resource caps basically. It will be localized for a resource. So pebbles limit and so on. So penguins that get tier 2 items get lost in inland. I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, the idea is that their island has everything, but no one can go there. We'll probably get 10 because then we have the cap on how many we can use. I have to find a way to use all of the seagulls. Yeah, fair. It's also, the cap is 50. But if you use all 50, 3 days go by, they're all exhausted for the max limit. So you can't start right away. So penguins really aren't OP in a way. It's the cap for all creatures. So penguins have a completely different cap, and it's for themselves specifically, and it's 50. For all of the other resources, the cap is initially 10. Hi, Chuck, ready? Yeah, you're late. I'm not going to repeat everything, by the way. Yeah, 10 per resource. And the cap of 10 per is not implemented yet. It's implemented in a test net, so it will be live once the update is out. Yes, and the penguin cap will be different. It's going to be 50. So you can use way, way more penguins. And it's counteracted by just it being completely random. Which in the future we plan to also have like penguin NFTs as well that adjust the cap seals and stuff like that. Doesn't seem right though, when we were originally incentivized to get more of the other creatures with Discord roles and such. What do you mean by that? I mean, roles on Discord are just cosmetic in nature. Like I might share some like info earlier on like Noble Chat, but it doesn't affect your gameplay. In any way, really. Does PDW will benefit its holders when penguin mints like discounts? PDW won't, but you can use ARP. You can use the recycled plastic to get discounts for the penguin mints. So you can use 200 ARP to get a 20% discount for a penguin. And I know some people have like a couple thousand, I think, ARP saved up. So if you have like 2,000 ARP, that's like, you get like $20 off, basically, if you mint 10. Which could be 2 penguins or like, some bread in this economy. Any ways to farm ARP along the new features? No, we want to add a way to farm plastic specifically in the near future, but you would need to then recycle that plastic. So it would be another step. Did I reveal the penguin price? Oh, I did reveal the price in a way. Yeah, I did. That's true. Yeah, we do want to add a way for you to gather the plastic, but it should be recycled. It's like another step. You buy fancy bread? Nah, it's just a joke about the inflation. What penguin eat and how long does it take to do tasks? Well, check ready. You'll have to listen to the recording of this, unless someone wants to provide you with that info. That's your punishment for being late. Is it related to free to play anyhow? I think it would be great for them to begin with, play the game, get discounts, mint NFTs. Well, free to play will launch before plastic is gatherable. Brazilians are always late. Yo, I've heard this like 1,000 times from different like people, and it kind of sounds, I guess racist in a way that Brazilians are always late. Now, funny enough, anecdotal evidence, but it seems to be kind of true. Yeah, so check ready. Like the fast rundown is penguins have passive gathering. It takes 3 days. You can rush that gathering by eating 40 fish, and then you immediately finish your gathering and you don't get exhausted. They gather a random resource. Well, Chakra, if you want them to gather faster, you can feed them fish. That's the whole point. I am Brazilian. I am the exception. Oh, yeah. That's what everyone says. Anyone has any more questions about the penguin specifically? Because if not, I'm gonna go to the other point on my fancy notes, which is like 5 sentences. When penguins. When we launched the update, probably like a few days after that. If you want to launch the update, see if we can push a little bit of promotion and then launch the penguin mint. Yeah, seagulls kind of in a way will feed the penguins. That's kind of true. It's good though. Like with so many creatures and the different mechanics, I do expect some sort of meta to develop, especially since we'll have like NFT mints and so on events. Some people will find a way to maximize their gains. Just seeing if I get any more questions, and if not, I'm going to move on to the next point. Oh yeah, I'll mention Premium Pass. I'll talk about the daily login rewards before that. Those craftables have time limit, duration to mint. You mean the NFTs that increase the worker limit? I assume you mean those, right? Yeah. No time limit on them. No time limit. They have a supply limit, but no time limit. And you can mint multiple. So if you have enough resource, you can mint like the simple ones. You can mint like 10 of them if you have the resources. No one's stopping you. They don't stack, however. Their effects do not stack. All right, so let's talk about the next thing on the notes. It's the daily login rewards. So, whenever you log into the game, let me actually turn up testnet. I'll share some images. Whenever you log into the game, you'll be presented. Let me see. With a chest on the top right side of the screen. See real quick. Switch testnet. There we go. So you'll have this fancy new chest. It's near your inventory. And you'll be able to go there daily. You click on this adorable chest. And one time a day, you can do a transaction on the chain. And you can get some goodies. Now, if you do this every day, you can hit streaks. The more days in a row that you hit, the better the rewards. I'm actually going to share the info for this for you guys. So, you do this daily transaction, and there's a 60% chance that you get a basic resource. 10 of them, actually. There's a 20% chance to get 30 of a basic resource, 15% for 50, 5% for 75. And there's also a chance to get advanced resources at a way lower yield, I guess. 10% of what you would get from for the basic ones. So how this works is that you log in, you click on the chest, there's a transaction that pops up on your wallet, you sign that, and you get one of these resources. Now you get the resources off-chain, so you get them inside of your game. They're not on-chain. And we also want to have I'm not sure if we will initially launch with streaks, but we're aiming to. If you do this 5 days in a row, your claim on the 5th day will be 25% increased. If you claim for 30 days in a row, your claim on the 30th day will be 200% increased. Can they be kept or automatically open? You have to go there and do the transaction. If you stop and if you miss a day for the chest openings, your streak is reset back to 0. So if you gather for 29 days, you click on the chest 29 days, you do the transaction, and if you miss one day, it's back to 0. You have to start your streak all over again. Is there a limit? What do you mean by this? A limit to what? How about we bribe it with fish or something so we can keep streak? I don't know. We'll see. Premium pass might have something to do with all of this. A limit of days I can streak until it resets. So once you hit the 30th day and you claim your 200% bonus on the transaction, it resets to 0 again. It's not like you can go for a year and then every day you claim like these insane amounts. You definitely want to maintain the streaks though, for sure. Yes, it's a 30-day cycle. I mean, you can get really lucky with this. So if you hit sell power, will be a small fee, right? Bingo! The evil capitalist in me is here to talk all about that. Yeah, there will be a small fee because we have to sustain the game running somehow. The current designed fee for the daily transaction is 0.5 Matic. So 0.5 Matic to open daily chest. Now you decide if you want to use this. You're not required to, you don't have to, it's all up to you. You can skip this feature if you don't want to. Now if you start to do this, you kind of want to do it for the whole month. If you just do it one day and then you don't do it, it's not really worth it. So yeah, it's 0.5 Matic per transaction. Yeah, it's not that expensive, to be fair. It's like you do it for 30 days, it's 1.5 Matic. It's really not that much, and it definitely helps us to actually sustain everything and like be able to afford food. Monthly pass for chest. Oh, I'll talk about monthly pass. Don't worry about that. Cell Power, you seem to kind of put things together very well. You kind of read my mind here. Can I pay 5 Matic and you guys do it automatically? $1,000, please. I just want to be able to prepay for the month of the chest. Interesting. So I understand this, right? I get it. I get the idea of not wanting to like do this transaction every day, but it's not only about us getting the 0.5 Matic. Like that definitely helps, right? We appreciate all of the support that we can get because we're really tiny and we have like no money, right? But what you're doing by doing the daily transaction is you are accumulating on-chain data. So if someone looks up our project on like DappRadar or any of these like on-chain metric sites, right? They all track daily activity from users that's unique. So the more people do it daily instead of like one time a month, it helps us to be more visible on the chain and for new people to actually see the project. That's kind of like the whole point. For tax reasons. Yeah, I get that. All I hope is not forget. So this chest that's on the top left, they would have a different animation based on if it's ready to claim or not. So like we're doing our best to like show you if you're missing, if you can claim already or not. So we have new animals to mint. Yeah, you'll have penguins to mint. I'm not going to talk about them again. If you want, you can listen to the recording though. Can we have different animations so we can identify how lucky we got? Not right off the bat. Like the animation, the daily chest animations. The daily chest will have its own animations, but there won't be like specific different ones based on what you get. 17,000 transactions for 2022 alone. Imagine going to your freaking, I don't know, ministry or finance or whatever, going to fill your tax, and it's like you give these like you give a book of tax reports for transactions, and it's like for you to show that you earned $5. We have streak on chest every X days or weekly, 10 cent. Every 5 days. So every 5 days that you claim with daily chest, your claim is 25% increased. It's not stacking, but it happens again and again. So every 5 days, it's improved. And on the 30th day, it's the big claim. Honestly, it would benefit you. So as I've said before, I get the fact that you want to prepay, but we really need the on-chain daily activity. That's part of the whole point. Okay, any more questions about the daily chest specifically, or should I move on to the next point? What if Matic hit $5? Well, then we're all rich, right? I mean, okay, but like apart from that, we can adjust the tax on this. That's not a big problem at all. It's all adjustable. We can adjust it. So we can open our legendary chest day 1 per day. No, this is a daily chest thing. It's a daily login feature basically. This has nothing to do with like the chest that you own. This has nothing to do with that. Yeah, you go to the IRS and you show your net worth all in like 10 million Cumrocket tokens. And then you have to explain to the IRS what is Cumrocket. I know, right? Like all of these like meme tokens. Nice, and rares just come later. Yeah, I'll talk about. So in this AMA, one of the last points that I will talk about will be actual chain, the chests that you have in the game. It's one of the things I'll talk about. No more questions about the daily. When daily, uh, when the update is on, it's gonna ship together with the update. Reset time for daily, 24 hours. I think it's from the moment that you claim your initial one. I'll have to double check with Granty, but I think that's how it's gonna work. We leave pre-alpha for alpha now. It's all just semantics, kind of. We'll probably rename to beta at some point after the patch. Just not sure when exactly. Give me a second. I'll be back in a minute. And I am back. Not based on time zone. No, probably not. It's probably just 24 hours from the your initial claim. Okay, no more questions about the daily thing. Let's talk about the monthly premium pass. Okay. Give me a second. Then when is the miss time for the streak? Well, if 24 hours passes and you didn't claim, that's when it resets. Okay, as far as the monthly premium pass. Okay. So, the way that this baby is going to work is that you can get a premium pass for the game, which is, you can call it subscription, you can call it whatever you want to call it, it doesn't really matter. So the premium pass is going to be a 30-day pass. It's going to be for a month. That's 2 premium pass. It's just the image. Ignore that. It's 2. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the way that's going to work is going to last 30 days or a month. No, this does not replace the Founder's Pass. No, that's different. It's passception here. So, you can buy this pass for probably either $30 or 30 Matic. It lasts 30 days. If you have the premium pass, you pay no tax on your daily chest opening. Your daily chest open yields are, I believe, let me check for the exact number because I don't want to make stuff up here. What was it? Yeah, there we go. So if you have the premium pass, your daily chest yields from the login transaction will be 3 times increased. It's 3x. Also, if you have the premium pass, all of your creatures get a 10% gathering yield bonus. Now, this might not be what we launch with initially. I'm not sure yet. And if we don't, that will be told to everyone. Premium pass is going to be either 30 Matic or $30. Again, it's not required for you to play, though. Can we use Founder's Pass funds to buy Premium Pass? Yes, we did talk about this with Granty. It's a pain in the ass to code, but yeah, you should be able to use your Founder's Pass to buy the Premium Pass. It only feels right. Like, I'm not gonna freaking lie to people that paid money for the Founder's Pass and not allow that to be used. Can you use recycled plastic? You can use ARP, those tokens, to get a discount. Yeah, sure. This ain't TA? Yeah, I mean, so we definitely need ways to make money without doing mints specifically, and that's where the daily transactions come in. That's where the premium pass comes in. All of this stuff helps us to make money from the project without just spamming mints over and over and over. You know, and it's for us. It's our job to make these valuable for the user to where you want to buy these, but it's not like required. and it's not too overpowered. It's, we're trying to hit a nice balance here. Yeah, Chakordi, you can claim the daily chest even without the monthly pass, without the premium pass. But if you have the premium pass, there's no daily tax on the daily chest, so you don't pay the 0.5 Matic. You still do a transaction, but it's not 0.5 Matic. It's purely the gas, and the gas is like whatever. It's like less than a cent. And your daily yield from the chests from the daily chest is 3 times increased. So you can get really freaking lucky here. You can definitely get some good stuff. Yeah, we figured we need a way to have like a recurrent way to get money without the mints. It's very, very crucial. Do you need his daily dose of crack and snacks? Honestly, man, the way we've been lately developing the game, we haven't had money for a few months now. We're going to the store buying ramen for we're going to the store with €5 trying to get groceries. I'm not even joking. The daily chest, did you go over what it might contain? Yeah, I feel if you scroll up, let me find it and actually just repost that here. See, there we go. With the resources soon becoming tradable, this past cost could be mitigated. I mean, yeah. So whenever you get resources from the daily thing, they are in your in the game initially. You need to withdraw them, but yeah, you can withdraw them and then sell them to another player. So I only talked about half of the topics so far today, and you can already see that this is a pretty freaking big update. It's really, really big. I didn't even talk about whales, and I'm not even going to talk about whales in this AMA. Yeah, there's more. It's not just the monthly pass. There's more to talk about. I did share info about Max's pampering in announcements. Is everyone aware of that thing? Of that event? We can pay monthly pass with PD tokens. No. Alright, let's talk about Max. The doggo that lives in the game, and that's going to require you to give him resources. Oh, there we go, Shekun. Thanks for the infographic. Because otherwise I would just fight with my thoughts for 5 minutes. So, you'll be able to... So, we'll have monthly events for Max, the dog of the game. He will require you to give him various different things. Every month it's going to be different. And based on how many times you do it, you qualify for better and better prices. So if you rank first in how many fish you fed throughout the month, you get a greater transcendent tadpole. If you're second and third, you get a lesser transcendent tadpole. If you're fourth or fifth, you get a healthy tadpole. And then every single time that you feed Max is counted as a raffle ticket, basically. And we'll have different rewards. We'll have NFTs, we'll have creatures, we'll have chests, we'll probably have resources. Probably 50 prizes at the minimum. So the more times you feed Max with fish, the higher chances you have to just get stuff in general. So it's another fish burn. And considering everyone talked about PDWL tokens, the next month after the initial Max's pampering, after Season 1, Season 2, you will need to give him PDWL tokens. Only that will qualify. for the next Max's event. Can win multiple or just once in raffle. It's for this specific season. Oh, you mean like can you get like can you like feed him once and are you still available to like get multiple stuff? Probably you can. I mean, we will roll independently. So if it's for 5 fish is 1 ticket, right? So if you fed 500 fish, that's 100 tickets. So we will roll from a massive amount of feeding. We will roll from a very big sample of numbers. Never heard dogs eating crypto coins? Why are you assuming that he's gonna eat the coins? Do you eat coins? So we're going to have monthly seasons. For Max, sure, but we're not tied to the 30 days. Like another season might be more. We'll see. It all comes down to how advanced do we want to make it. Are we working on new features and stuff like that? These NFTs, do they have only one utility? These specific ones, yeah. We don't plan to add like more utility to these specifically. Now, mind you, after we launch this massive freaking update, we want to add later on. Obviously, we want to add NFTs that do specific things. So, not just increase the worker yield. The limit. Like we want to make NFTs that actually increase how much specific resource you gather, or how much resource a specific type of creature can gather. Plus 900. Jaikun, calm the hell down. That's why you're the freaking animator and not the designer, okay? You know what would be actually cool? This is me just spitting thoughts because I remembered another game. Imagine an NFT that gives like a multiplier that's like 900%, right? But every time you claim with a creature, there's like a 2% chance that NFT breaks and just burns. I kind of like that. No thanks. Is the resource trading peer-to-peer, or is there a platform? You'll be able to use OpenSea, or you can trade through the chain. You can use like Polygon scan to do like manual transactions, whatever. Sounds like Million on Mars mechanics. So I don't want to talk bad about any game, but every single person that I know that played Million on Mars lost significant amounts of money. Now, obviously, this is me talking, which we don't even have a way for you to make money yet. So, I mean, I Million Mars was interesting initially, but I felt like the not even the learning curve, it's just and not even the complexity. It was like to play the game at any level to like for it to make sense, you need to use like 5 dashboards and like have a browser and an Excel open. It's just, I'm sorry, why? Okay, are we ready to talk about the next thing? No more questions about Max or the premium pass, daily rewards, and anything like that? What do you mean check ready? A rank of fish burned, what do you mean? As you can see on this image, you can track how many fish you fed Max and how many have the leaders fed. So you can kind of stack up like to know how much you need to like compete for top 5. See, Orange, you have a bad mindset. The way that you have to think about this is, you spend thousands for entertainment, and you made $70 also, right? Yeah. I agree. I'll have the AMA. It's not gonna make any sense because I'm responding to like nothing if it's just a recording. Like, Shaikon, are you actually recording the chat or something? I assume you don't, right? Yes. So you're like recording the actual screen? Yes. Nice. Good slave. Okay. Uh, let's talk about airdrops, I guess. Right? Who doesn't love a good airdrop? So, before the Penguin Mint is going to be out, but after the update. So, in that short amount of time, in that short window, we're going to do some pretty huge, substantial airdrops. Now, I'm initially looking at Jupe was crazy. Yeah, well, I'm not airdropping people like thousands of dollars. I can't afford that. We will probably airdrop specifically, at least at first, and that's the plan, is to airdrop Sunflower Land players actual creatures for our game. Maybe resources, maybe some chests, stuff like that. But the initial plan is, I'm in talks with people at Sunflower Land, and if I'm able to get a proper list of wallets that I need, the way that this is going to work is that if you have any Project Dignity assets equipped on your bumpkin, you are guaranteed an airdrop. Now, mind you, you have to have those assets equipped. Which bumpkin? Probably your active one. I'm not sure. I haven't touched the game in like a year. There are multiple bumpkins now, but don't you have like a primary one that you got like equipped that you use? Because you can have multiple, but you still have to have a main one, right? Yeah. So if you have either the hoodie or the sleeping otter equipped, you're guaranteeing an airdrop for yourself. Other active SFL players will be randomly chosen that get rewards. But if you have those assets equipped, you're guaranteed. What if I have both? I'm probably not going to filter by like how many I have equipped. So I have to have at least one. Airdrop here or in SFL. If you own our assets on your bumpkin, you'll get an airdrop for our game. You'll get creatures. And again, any active Sunflower I can barely talk. Any active Sunflower Land wallet qualifies for an airdrop, but it's going to be completely random. If you have these assets equipped, you are guaranteed to get an airdrop. But any active SFL player has a chance to get something for our game. Oh, we have the wreath as well. That's true. We do have the wreath. Good thing I sold my land. Aren't like farms free now? Can't you like get a new farm for free? I believe. Like I like don't know because I'm like banned in the server. Like I'm literally banned. I can't even access. But I think they're free now, right? So that's the alpha here. I'm not good. What you heard from me about having to have these assets equipped, I will not share this info anywhere until the airdrop actually happens. You know what I should also fucking do? What we should do. Oh, now I can't freaking do it because I'm banned again. But we should do like a gathering for the people that own the hoodies and other stuff. We should do a gathering in like the plaza, whatever the freaking city is called in the game, where you can all meet up. We should do that. Like do a takeover. So yeah, that's how the airdrop is going to work. As I've said before, any active SFL player is going to like be able to get a reward, but it's not guaranteed. But if you own the assets, you are guaranteed to get an airdrop. At this point, I don't think a lot of like SFL players know what we are because it's been a long while. It's been a long time. Orange Banana, what will you do when one PDW is worth more than a house near you? I think it's worth to announce somehow so people don't think that it's a scam token. It's not a token. Like, I will announce it when I've done it, but I'm not going to announce it beforehand. Now, mind you, I'm not going to do it, but people will talk about it. Someone's in this chat is going to go like to a Portuguese chat in SFL, and he's going to say this. You know what I mean? I assume word will spread. Any more questions about airdrops, max, monthly premium pass, daily lightning rewards, penguins, any of the previous topics? When airdrops would happen in the period after the update and before the mint happens. So after the update, like in a span of like 3 days or so, probably, more or less. Will there be a wall of fame? You mean like a hall of fame? Oh, like a history to see like I mean, sure, we could do that. Specifically probably for top 5 only, not like an entire history, but yeah. We could probably do top 5. Like, not sure if we would launch with it, because like all of this like small stuff, it might sound like something that's easy to add, but if it takes like 5 days to add or whatever, sometimes it's just not worth it, honestly. But yeah, we can do that. It's just a question of when. Does PD have a community chest? What do you mean? Yeah, elaborate a bit more, because I don't know. Like Goblin Treasury? You mean like the treasury in SFL? You mean that? For airdrop, you have to dress wearables on the main bumpkin. Yes. Yes, you have to have them equipped for when we do the airdrop. Now, I'm not going to tell you the specific time of the airdrop. So you have to have it equipped already, right? Like if you try to do it at a specific point, you might miss out. A place where assets from the team or community can sit for giveaways. We have a wallet for that. We have a different wallet that we have all of our giveaways there settled, and we like use it as a bank to give out. It's from us though, because like people don't really burn stuff for now, like until the update is out, and so yeah. Wait, what needs to be equipped? Just otter hat, the wreath, or both? Sweatshirt, any of those assets has to be equipped on a bumpkin. I mean, preferably all 3. Sure. I might actually organize an event. So if we can get like I don't know the specific amount of people, but if we can make a gathering in the what's this active area in the game called where everyone can walk around? I don't know how it's called, like Plaza, whatever. Plaza? Yeah. So if we can get a big gathering of people wearing our own assets, maybe we do another airdrop. How about that? I mean, we would decide on the server. Like, this would be an announced thing, right? Like, make an announcement. We're all meeting here and here, whatever. Except me, because I'm freaking banned. I'd make a goal. Don't worry. I'd gather more info to like make the decision on the numbers. Yeah, sure, you can do that as well. Like, look, obviously, I'm not like promoting spamming in servers or whatever, but yeah, sure. It is related to the game, and you're not like literally telling people go join the server, so I don't see it as anything bad either. Okay, there's actually only one last thing on my notes that I want to mention. DY, you are banned in SFL. Oh boy! That's a long ass story. I'm not sure you have the time for that. So anyway, the last point that I wanted to talk about today in the AMA was chest openings. Chest openings, chest openings, chest openings. Chest freaking openings. Do you want me to actually share like actual stats about the chest openings that we have designed for now in the chat? Because I can do that. I can give like some specifics actually. Let me dig this up. Give me just a second. Or like 20. Let me dig this stuff up. Where is it? So I won't share the exact numbers for the chest openings, but what I will share is some specifics. So every chest type, so even the common chests, will have a chance at actual real NFTs. So every single chest will have a chance to get the rarest stuff. The difference is that the percent chance to get it is going to be really low. So for example, even the common chests will have a chance to have the tier 3 NFTs. And starting with rare chests, you'll be able to get mythic creatures from them. Tier 3 mean epics. By tier 3, I mean the NFTs that will be used for nodes. So common chests will mostly be purely resources. Not guaranteed to be only resources, but for the most part, that's going to be it. Now, mind you, also, I'm not sharing specifics about the chest openings, like the exact numbers, because this specific feature, as far as chest openings, we won't launch. We will not launch this in the update initially. This is planned for later. I just wanted people to know that every chest type will have the rarest items. So you can get like NFTs from the common chest as well. Also, for the people that were worried about PDWL not getting used, the only way for you to actually open these chests will be to use PDWL. You will need PDWL tokens to open any chest. So I can get a mythical animal on my common chest. Specifically, mythics will only start from rare chests. Specifically. But you can still get NFTs from common chests, just not mythics. Or all chests have something. Have played a game where chests had nothing. No, I don't mess around with that. You should be able to get something from any type of chest. Like you should not open an empty chest. Now, mind you, you might get something that is like maybe you open a chest and it's only like 20 pebbles. Right? It can be lame as well. It can be weak. If I open chests after Penguin Mint and can get a penguin, most likely not, because we are not planning. At least for now, we're not planning to have an additional supply of penguins, including daily chests. No, daily login chests. I showed what they can have already in the chat. It's somewhere. If you scroll up, you might find it. Automatic chest opening, even if offline. You just love being offline, don't you? So we have any detail on what pool of NFTs, resources, things we can get from chests? Common chests will be like probably like 90% resources. Now, when we're talking like rare chests and up, that's where you can get actual like NFTs, rare stuff, better chests, also maybe stuff like that. And mythic chests will be freaking insane. So I want mythic chests to hold absolutely crazy stuff, like mythics, the best craftable NFTs. Like maybe you open a mythic chest and it's like 30,000 of a resource, stuff like that. How much do we have to bribe you? Like, how much do we have to feed you to get good NFTs from common chest? $1,000 at least. At the minimum. You can add magic option to offers and collections. What do you mean? I mean, it depends on OpenSea. And legendary chest, is it good? Legendary chest will be better than rare. So this is an arbitrary number. It's not something that's like on paper. I'm just giving it as an example, right? So let's say rare chests have a 20% chance to give you like an NFT, right? Well, the rare chests would be like 40% or something like that. And as you go up in rarity, your chances to get better stuff is that much better. But if common chests are like insanely cheap, it might be like net positive worth for you to just buy them. Yes, you will need PDWL to open chests. And likely how are we going to do it is that based on the chest rarity, you will need more PDWL to actually open that chest. So maybe common chest is like 2 PDWL, rare is like 5, and so on. Can we get more element rocks from chests? You mean the those like inscription stones that we made? Elemental stones? Yeah, the bazaar rocks. No. For now, we're basically benching that feature for now. We need to really work on what we have now until we can add that thing in. You know what I mean? We don't have the resources to like spread out and work on 20 different things. So we have to really like settle down on what we focus on specifically here and there. Are we going to have new ways to find chests so PDWL keeps its utility? Yes, we had a plan way back for seals to be treasure gatherers, and we still want that to be a thing. So once people can like actually get chests, the likeliest scenario for you to get chests is to just use seals, because seals should be able to get chests and only seals. I basically talked about literally everything that I had notes for today. 1 monthly PD token drop whenever Tiffany has time, and right now it's just she's doing more important things right now for the game than the token drop. Alright, so I talked about all of the important stuff that I had noted today. If anyone has questions about anything, feel free. That's what I'm here for. So if anyone has questions about anything, just shoot. I'm here to answer. And while I'm gathering some questions, I'll just start I'll start giving out some singles, I guess. Do we still have in mind the gameplay dungeon style? Like where we like turn-based combat, you mean? On the trailer that we showed off? I mean, it's in the plan, but as far as like it being playable to players, I like you can see how much time it took for us to like do stuff. So, it's gonna take a long time. That's all I'm gonna say. I have a lot of plans. We have so many plans. You guys have no idea. We have it. So what people usually do, actually, I have had a lot of DMs about people giving me tips and ideas for the game, for features. It's never about ideas here. We have plenty. It's about having the ability to actually code these in and make them playable. That's the real challenge.